Welcome back to episode 66 of the Shy Sports Weekly podcast. We got a good show coming your way, folks. Just me and the boys. Ty, Kyle, what's up, guys? How we doing?
Number 66. That's a hell of a lot of episodes. I was actually looking to see what we were doing this time last year. I forgot we were recording. I
Get your,
forgot we were doing it then.
get your kicks from episode 66.
Route 66. Yeah, the boys are buzzing today. Great, nice early Monday evening recording session. So these late night sessions where I'm half asleep and half in the bag.
Sun's still
Um,
out. It's beautiful.
yeah, it's for now. Isn't it depressing? I think it was last Thursday was the last night that the sun was setting after 7 o'clock. Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah, I'd
feel like
rather
it
not.
happens
I'd
so
rather
quick
not
too.
know that.
Yeah, some
I'd rather
things are
not
just
know that little fact.
some things are just better left unsaid.
It is a beautiful day out, though.
I tell my parents this all the time, and this is probably the most meaningless thing I'll ever say on this podcast. If I ever ran for office, for any sort of office, my one campaign or thing that I would really just hammer home that I would run on is that I would abolish daylight savings and make days as long as possible.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah, I don't know how that's like what to do for that, but that's what I would do.
I think you would get some votes.
I
Like,
mean,
make
you
it
guys
so the
got
sun doesn't come up until like 9 a.m.
yeah, because who realistically, come on, who's up at 9 a.m.?
Or
No
who's
one.
going outside at 9 a.m.? Fuck that.
No,
I
exactly.
want the sun to be rising at 9 a.m. and setting after like 10.
Yeah, exactly. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't know how daylight savings started. I think it had something to do with farmers and the crops. Ty, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah, you're right.
feel
That's
like you would be
accurate.
the guy to
Why?
know
Because I look
that.
like a fucking farmer.
Yeah, that's actually exactly why.
We just saw you were into crops.
You in that
Some.
orange hunting hat that you always wear.
It's
But
almost hunting season.
I mean, like, what the fuck? Can't the farmers, the smallest part of the population, farmers, can't they just adjust their sleep schedule for a little bit? Like, come on now. What
I
are we
agree.
doing?
I'm with you.
I don't know. I know. That's a topic for another day. Number 66 is what do you got?
So,
Lance Lewis.
no, I'll start with this one since we skipped numbers on episode 65. Patrick Manley.
Oh, so we're doing 65s.
No, but I just wanted to shout out Patrick Manley since we didn't do 65s.
All right, well then I get the shout out at 65. Andrew Shaw.
All right,
Right.
those are worth calling out. So,
Those are because what we have on this list here for 66s is not worth calling out.
couple of Raphaels on the Cubs. Dolis and
Rafael,
Ortega.
Rafael Dolis. Do you remember him? If
Yeah,
I'm
but
not mistaken,
I don't
he's with the
remember him
Blue
for
Jays
his time with
now.
the Cubs. Yeah, I remember him as a Blue Jay.
Yeah, that's right. So in 2020 with the Blue Jays, I do remember him having a hell of a season. So he was with the Cubs. Get this. He was with the Cubs for 3 years, 2011 through 2013. Mediocre at best during those rebuilding years. Type of guy you want on your roster then. Goes away for 7 years, comes back in 2020 in 24 games, has a 1.50 ERA
Wow.
out of nowhere. What? And then last year with the Jays in 39 games, had a 5.63, and then they released him.
Odds he was putting shit on the ball.
He better have been. I mean, fuck. If he wasn't, I don't know what he's doing.
How about sandwiched in between our two Raphaels, Munenori Kawasaki?
What what do
Guy
you
was the
think
most
here?
electric bad player ever, I think.
I don't know. Do you think Javi's taking the cake right now? I mean, Javi is not good,
That's true.
but
Hate
he's
to, hate to
like
come to
this
that realization, but that is true.
best bad player ever.
Most electric.
Yeah, most electric bad player ever.
I think it's Hobby for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I mean, I
There
don't know
was a
what
time where
Javi's
he was
doing.
electric and good. So
Yeah, Josh Allen's electric and good. I know we're going cross sports here, but
I thought we were going to talk about the Bears. You just want to talk about the best team in the NFL.
yeah. Do you remember Munenori? I can't even say his name. Munenori Kawasaki in spring training in 2016, singing like "I don't want to lose your love tonight."
Yes.
That's see
I
that's Electric Factory.
Yeah, I mean, like I still believe him doing stuff like that played some kind of a part in them winning the World Series that year.
I mean, he was with the team all year, so yeah. Every team needs a clubhouse guy like that just keeps the mood light. He's there for morale.
Right.
That was in 2015. What was the guy with? Is it Jonathan Herrera, the guy who had the helmet on?
Yeah.
Like the two hands.
He put the double bubble bucket on his head.
Yeah, then he had the helmet with the two hands on his head.
Yes, yeah.
See, everybody needs a guy like that. That's the
There's
best.
a sport you need that in. It's definitely baseball.
God, baseball's the season's so fucking long. It's actually unbelievable.
It is tough. It's tough as a Chicago sports fan for baseball this year.
Yeah, I've not. Ty, can you pull up the standings and let us know where the Sox are? Because I have not the slightest clue. I did see
Tell
though
you
that
what,
the Cubs
it
were
is
officially
crazy how
eliminated.
the correlation between Tony La Russa not coaching the team and what they've done since then is it's just yeah. I mean, case in point, he's not a good coach.
Yeah, we always breeze over the White Sox. Well, rightfully so. I mean, they've been pretty bad this year.
I mean,
And we're not Sox fans.
they're 5 games over now, and they're four.
They
four
are.
out. Yeah, and they're 4 out of the division. So, I
What,
think when La Russa took his leave of absence, they were below 500. I think
can you see what they are in the wild card right now?
they're 5 games out of the wild card, 4 games out of the division.
Ooh. And you know what's kind of I guess sucks for them is that there's no play-in game or tiebreaker game. So if I mean, they're 4.5 back, and if they don't have the tiebreaker with the Guardians, then they're like 5 back.
Yeah,
essentially.
and they're playing well lately. They are 7-3 in their last 10, but the Guardians are playing better. They're 8-2 in their last 10.
Yeah, I know. Guardians won today. Not a big deal.
If you had to guess what the White Sox current run differential is, what would you say it is?
Oh, they're 5 over. Is it positive or negative? Is it in the single digits?
Guess
7.
0.
It's
Scored
0.
the exact same amount of runs that they've given up.
Wow, that's actually
impressive,
kind of cool.
honestly.
Isn't that crazy?
So then they're actually outperforming if you're going by like.
I mean,
don't
basically
know.
what that's telling me is they either kill teams or they get killed.
Kill or be killed. I don't
Yeah.
mind that.
It's either they're all the way in or all the way out.
It's because they're led by former Cub Miguel Cairo. Every team needs a former Cub on it.
Right. But
Let's
yeah, I
see
don't
how
know.
that-
The Sox, they're running out of time here. I think they're cooked, to be honest.
I'm looking at their number 66s. They have nobody that I've even like. I mean, Chris Volstad, former Cub. Besides that, yeah, I don't have him. Jose Ruiz right now. I think that guy's got a good changeup. That's
Is Pujols going to hit 700? I know that has nothing to do with 66s, but we started talking baseball and storylines.
I'm gonna have to write a blog on why I think this is rigged. And he's got to be using juice balls, right?
There's no way he's using juiced balls. Like, you think they're just throwing juice balls out there every time he comes up to the dish specifically?
It creates a good storyline. 700. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You're telling me this guy who was hitting, who fucking knows? What was he hitting, like 200 last year, or even in the first half of this season?
He's the machine, dude. Sometimes you just need to change the scenery. I feel like you see this all the time.
Oh,
He goes
come
back.
on.
He goes back to St. Louis, and suddenly he's feeling
He's
some
Babe fucking Ruth.
feeling some nostalgia. No, he's himself.
I don't know, man.
I hate to sound like I'm in favor of anything the Cardinals have ever done, but I am rooting for Pujols to get to 700.
Like, I kind of want to. So first half, look at these numbers here. First half of the season, he's hitting 215 with 6 homers in 53 games. He's got an OPS of 676. And the second half, in 44 games, he's hitting 307 with 13 home runs. How do you jump like that at the age of 42? You don't.
Is it
Unless
also
maybe he's got-
coincidental that Aaron Judge is hitting like fucking 60 plus home runs this year?
No,
I mean, but he's 28 or 29. He's in the prime of his career. He's not 42 years old and a bench player.
he's also built like an NFL tight end.
Yeah, he's got a cock like a horse, I've heard. Yeah, he
No,
does. It's strong.
I don't think the balls are juiced. Are they letting him put a needle in his ass? Maybe.
That's another theory. I mean,
If
You're
so, I'm
telling
all
me-
for it. Fuck it.
You're telling me you don't think something funny is going on?
I don't.
Do you know
I
what
think he's just
OPS?
one of the dude. Think about it. He's arguably the best hitter of our lifetime, of our fandom as baseball fans. Would you not agree that Albert Pujols is the best hitter? I don't know why you're surprised that he's doing this.
I'm not surprised he's doing it. I'm surprised he's doing it at this stage of his career,
I get
or
that.
like at this age.
I get
Like
that, but it's like if there's anyone who's gonna do it,
here. This is a fun stat that is very nerd and analytical that people at home are gonna be like, this is fucking terrible radio, but I don't care. Do you know what OPS plus is?
yeah.
So it's adjusted for like players, ballparks, and like 100 is even, and I don't know. It's supposed to be like kind of like a qualifier amongst players throughout the history of the game. The last time Albert Pujols had an OPS plus above 100, which again is league average, was 2016. This year he's at 140. And you're telling me he's just nothing's happening.
I guess I wouldn't be surprised either way. I'm not I'm not as convinced as you are. Like you seem like that you have no doubt in your mind this is the only possibility.
This is the only possibility.
I'm gonna side with Kyle, but I'm also one of those people that's like, I'll believe in most conspiracy theories because I think just the way the world works, type of thing. And you got to remember that it is literally just a business. It's a multi-billion-dollar business, and whatever they can do to drive more revenue, they're gonna do.
Yeah, I don't care that if they're juicing the balls or he's juicing himself. That's awesome. I think all players should use steroids. It's fun. Probably not healthy, but you know what? So what? I'm not doing it.
You know what?
I
Neither
don't
are
care.
cigarettes, but who cares?
But yeah, but you look cool as fuck smoking them. People forget that.
Barry Bonds look cool as fuck hitting home runs too.
Yeah, exactly. All I'm saying is there's something if it looks like a rat and smells like a rat. I don't know.
Here's my
It looks like
argument.
steroids and smells like steroids.
Here's my side of things. The Cardinals are what? They're like 25 games over 500. Like they're one of the best teams in baseball. He's surrounded by great players. He's surrounded by a winning culture. He's back home, like where he basically did record-shattering shit for most of his career, half of his career. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I can see him stepping into a time machine when he gets traded to the Cardinals when they picked him up after he got DFA'd. And I mean, he's not bad. Like he's not hitting over 300 with them, is he? Like I think he's probably hitting like 270 or 280.
In the second half, did you not? He's hitting 307 in the second half.
Okay.
He's hitting
I mean,
two, and I'm saying in the second half, that's all of it out of nowhere. He goes to the home run derby, beats Schwarber, which I mean, sure, we talked about that was a rig job and a half. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Didn't they count wrong? I think they counted.
Yeah, it's a rig job, MLB rig, which is fine. You know what? I don't care because Ty's right. This is a business. This is awesome. I think it's fun watching them. I say it's fun watching them. I have not watched a single fucking Cardinals game.
Honestly, I'm probably
Cubs.
too naive. I don't want there to be any bullshit. I just want it to be the machine, like getting within weeks of hitting 700 home runs before he retires.
The true machine is MLB's business model, just pumping juice into these baseballs to have them launch like 450 feet. I mean, in every one of these,
CJ Cron
did
hit like the furthest home run I've ever seen this year.
Yeah, like remember in 2019 when it was MLB set a record for the amount of home runs that were hit. It was like over 6,000.
Yeah,
crazy. Home runs are fun. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Let's go to our last 66.
We digress.
Yeah, let's go to our last 66 tie. I'm sorry, I don't know how to turn on my mic. Sorry about that. Is that better? Nice. You're on mute.
Beautiful.
So I can't hear you. Bulldog Turner. That's the only one I could see for the Bears, number 66.
Yeah, I saw that one too. What a sick name. Looks like he was a linebacker. Did he play center and linebacker?
It says center, tackle, linebacker, and guard.
Holy shit. I mean, this guy.
This guy's from Plains, Texas.
He played for the Bears between 1940 and 1952.
I mean, that is a pretty sick name.
He's playing both sides of the ball.
Just doing it all.
He led the league in interceptions in 1942, it looks like.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep. That shit, Deion Sanders.
1948. Oh,
I'm telling you
this
right
guy.
now. Well, yeah, and they never threw back then, so 8 is actually a ton.
No, that in a season, that's a ton now.
Yeah, Bulldog Turner. Like,
We're gonna have to do more research on
do
this
not
guy.
want to be lining up against Bulldog Turner.
No, you don't. Not at all.
Call this the
My
Bulldog
God.
Turner episode.
Who the
I
fuck
literally
is
just wrote
Bulldog
it
Turner?
down because that's what I'm going to title this episode.
Just say Bulldog Turner.
Yeah, I like that guy. I'm a big fan. I
That's
don't.
like one of the best sports names of all time already.
Yeah, it is. What we didn't do the on this date, so I'll rip through these really quick and then we'll go into Bears. So four real good on this days that I like. September 20th, 2008, the Cubs clinched the division for the second year in a row for the first, or make the playoffs, I guess would be for the second year in a row for the first time in over 100 seasons against the Cardinals. That was very fun.
Yeah. Good times, good times. We talk about that season a lot, but what a letdown.
It's what a letdown. September 22nd, 2013. This one is specifically for Ty. The Bears put up a 40 spot against the Steelers on Sunday Night Football. Mark Trestman and the Bears start 3-0. Forgot that they did that. With a four, yeah, I don't know what the final
Remember,
score was.
like, everyone
Bears.
seeing Trestman thing and he looked like a bookworm, but he was like a fucking genius. Like, that's what
And then
everyone
it turned out he was a fucking pud.
Yeah.
One moment
then like 10 weeks later, they lost to the Eagles on Sunday Night Football and gave up like
51.
50 points and 600 yards or something like that.
Yeah, they could have clinched the division that night, and then they didn't. One thing I remember about that game was Jay Cutler trucking one of the Steelers DBs. I don't remember who.
Dude, Cutler was an underrated athlete, honestly.
He still is. I think he could come back and sling around.
He played basketball in high school. He was dunking and shit. Like,
yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
yeah.
I mean, actually shouldn't be that crazy. I mean, he's an NFL quarterback, so
Jay Cutler, athlete, and he's diabetic.
shout out Sano. September 24th, 1984, the Cubs clinched the NL East, make the playoffs for the first time since 1945. We weren't around for that, so we have nothing to add.
The 80s were sick. The 80s were sick.
That's what I've heard. September 25th, 2020, the Cubs smoked the White Sox. I think the score was 10-1. Not really sure, but the moment from that game was Wilson hit a 3-run homer, or I think he had 2 home runs, but one of them was a 3-run homer off Dylan Cease the opposite way, and he flipped his bat to the fucking moon.
I remember
awesome.
that. That was incredible. The thing about Wilson
awesome.
is it's like, I think his emotions just get the best of him, and he's not even necessarily trying to be a dick, but then he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and hey, this is we're time traveling right now, but Christopher Morel just hit a home run.
Okay.
So I mean, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, sure. I hate when you do that, honestly.
Why?
Because it's like someone's gonna listen to this in 2 days and be like, "Yeah, that's good to know."
Yeah, but we're time traveling here. They know that, but we didn't, so it's okay.
I actually didn't know that either.
So relax, and I'm working right now. I'm multitasking. So filibuster. Tell me more about Wilson Contreras and his bat flip.
I think the Sox got testy about that, right?
Yeah, they threw. I don't know if they threw at him or the fuck did they throw at? I forget. Yeah, they definitely threw at someone though, and that was nonsense.
Nothing better than a little crosstown feud. Would you say the rivalry, like, you think there's more hatred between the Cubs and the Sox or the Cubs and the Cardinals?
Between the actual teams or the fan bases?
I guess just overall.
That is a good question.
But that's the poll for the thing today.
I would say the Cubs and the Sox, like fan bases wise, because the Sox fans just strictly hate the Cubs.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, I feel like Cubs fans, we're just, for the most part, like, there's asshole fans everywhere. But I feel like the good majority of Cub fans are just minding their own business. And then here come White Sox fans just shitting on our kitchen table. And it's like, we have no choice but to then put you guys in your place.
Exactly.
Am I right about that?
No, I completely agree. I think Sox fans love to the Cubs to lose more than they like their own team to win.
Yes. Which is there's a big brother, little brother complex there for sure.
I
Yeah.
just
Sorry,
think
Sox
Cubs
fans.
cards is more meaningful in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, it is.
And so
As far as the city of Chicago goes, like if there was ever a Cubs Sox World Series, there would be a lot of deaths.
Literally.
There's already a lot of deaths in Chicago.
There'd be more.
On the Cubs broadcast yesterday, or the Bears broadcast, they kept saying like how it's such a rivalry. How can you say Bears Packers is even like really a rivalry when the
Aaron
Bears
Rodgers
never
is
win?
22-5 against the Bears.
Yeah, like what sort of rivalry is that? The Bears never fucking win. Like, come on.
That's not a rivalry.
Yeah, rivalry my ass.
That's ownership.
I mean, what? Just give me your thoughts on that game. Like going in.
I hate to say it, but like I was fully drinking the Kool-Aid after that first week. Like I know it was a slop fest. I know San Francisco came in there with like the fields in terrible condition.
I've heard you've been known to love a slop fest before though, so that's not surprising.
Trey Lance's like first game of the full offseason as a starter, and they won. They came out of it. That they looked good in the second half. Like I was bought in after the Packers lost to the Vikings too, and like even after the first couple drives, like they held the Packers to a field goal. The Bears marched down the field on a 7-play, 71-yard drive, and they looked fucking good doing it. Like I was excited.
My favorite thing. Go ahead.
Then reality sunk in, and the Packers didn't punt one time in the first half.
My favorite thing was after that first Packers drive, that Twitter. I just searched "Ben Don't Break," and so many tweets about the Bears defense just saying "Ben Don't Break, Ben Don't Break." Just phenomenal, right?
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. No, I was 1,000% drinking the Kool-Aid after that first drive. Specifically,
and that's probably on me. That's my hand up. That's my fault for being fooled once again.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
I don't think
it's you alone.
Bamboozled, led astray.
I don't think that's not you alone by any stretch. So Justin Fields, his stat line 7 for 11, 70 yards, an interception. He had the rushing touchdown. He should have had two. Can we talk about that one that they didn't call a touchdown?
Yeah, I mean back-to-back plays basically, like inches away from getting a touchdown. The first one, obviously, he was clearly down.
But the second one, the one on 4th and goal, why we're shotgun? What I mean, what are we doing there?
I know that's what everyone's going to want to talk about, and it's like you could yell about them being in shotgun all you want, but to me, it's like fine. Like Fields is the kind of quarterback where he could just catch a snap and then bolt into whichever A gap on either side of the center.
So to be honest, it kind of looked like he did. I mean, at least enough. And this is another thing. How the hell do they not? You want to talk about just a multi-billion-dollar business? How the fuck does NFL not have some sort of chip or something in the football?
Yes, they're almost just like a laser, like on the goal line or something, like anything. Talking about lasers and chips.
Sounds delicious.
I mean, like, what are we doing here?
No, I agree. And you're right. There was like, sure, it was hard to tell, but I truly think that there was a part of the replay where you could see the ball actually, like, it was definitely over the plane. Like the nose of the ball was over the line.
Yeah, I know. I tweeted it out. I tweeted a screenshot out, and it was clear.
Which obviously changes the whole dynamic of the game because then they're down 7 with what, like 6 minutes left.
Well, I was pissed because I had them plus 10.5.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to talk about? We were talking pre-show about my little gambling streak. You want to talk about that? I was pissed about that. That one hurt the most. Recency bias, but
it's actually amazing that it was even that close in the second half because after the first drive, like things just looked miserable in the first half. Like they had like 4 3-and-outs in a row. The defense couldn't stop Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones was doing whatever the fuck he wanted.
Did you think at all that you yourself were a jinx to the Bears?
No. Why?
Because you said after that very first drive, you just said Bears with an eyeballs emoji. You texted our group. And then after that, they couldn't stop going 3-and-out. Like they
now that you mention
it 5 times in a row.
Now that you mention it, that could be the case. So
I mean, your timing on that stuff is just honestly impeccable. It's
You've actually
awesome.
gotten. I think you've gotten like truly like mad at me for
Oh, I was mad yesterday.
it.
I was pissed.
Like
Hey,
there's
to
been
be
times where
fair to
I've
Max, didn't you tweet the same thing?
No, my brother did. It wasn't me.
there's
I
been
wouldn't
times where
fucking
I've
do that.
texted you that for other games, and you're like, "Why the fuck would you say that right now?"
I'm very, very superstitious. I'm not. I'm not little stitious. I'm very
I
superstitious.
mean,
It's bad.
what's your take on it?
On on what
Just
specifically?
on like the game, and then how you feel like after these two games, and what the outcome is moving forward, basically.
Honestly, I don't. It sounds so stupid. I don't know what to think because if this is me spinning it, probably. If you look at the scores from yesterday, the Bears, what was it? So they won the first quarter, got smoked in the second quarter.
Yep.
I don't know what they in the second half.
Probably
I don't know if
won
it
the
was,
third quarter.
and I guess they lost the fourth quarter 3-0, but they should have won the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Like I know it's the game plan for the Packers is different then, but
Here, put
um,
it this way though, like before the season, if I said to you they're gonna come out of these two games against the Niners and the Packers 1-1, you're taking that and running. Like
mhm.
you're very happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. So it's yeah, and that's what makes me think I don't know what to think because
I'll tell you what, I
these two teams were. I mean, the Packers were a Super Bowl. They've won 13 games or each of the last 3 seasons. The Niners obviously were in the NFC Championship game last year. Like two very good teams to start 1-1, take it and run, especially with
with a new coach.
this slop fest of a team that we have. Uh,
Not to mention
however,
Aaron Rodgers did the same fucking thing last year. They got smoked by the Saints week 1, lost like 38-3, came back and he probably threw 5 touchdowns. Like they were gangbusters.
I know,
Like that's
and
about as
it's
that is about as tough of a spot as you can get for a new head coach and a young quarterback going into Lambeau on Sunday Night Football against Aaron Rodgers coming off a loss.
can we petition the NFL to stop putting the Bears on national TV? I mean, it is like when it was 27, was it 27-7 at one point? Or 20,
Yeah. Yes.
it was 27
No,
to
no,
7
no. It
or
was 24-7.
24-7. Like, my God. I was like, they're about to get the doors blown off them.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Got to say the run game looked great. If there's anything that looked very good, it was Montgomery, and I didn't see Khalil Herbert's final stat line, but they were slashing up that defense.
I think, yeah, I don't know what he had exactly either. Ty, can you look that up for us?
I think
This is a
Montgomery
fun.
had like 14 carries for 120 something yards.
This is a fun game that I like to play. Is see how long it takes Ty to get a stat
I didn't hear what you said. What was the stat
Let's look up
request?
Khalil Herbert's stats.
from yesterday's game. Yeah, how I've never seen a. I shouldn't say never, but I don't know when the last time they had a drive was where it was a drive of 10 or more plays and all the plays were runs.
Right.
And like it went that far.
But I
Like
mean,
it was a 13 play, 94-yard drive, all rushes, and they finish it on like the quarter goal line.
yeah, I almost had no issue
It's
with it though because it was working. Like
so
obviously
that's the thing.
you need points. You need points at the end of that. You needed a touchdown, but I don't blame them for committing to the run and continuing to go back to it.
And so this is my thing. People are bitching that Fields had 11 attempts, which is it's obviously low. At the same time, you're running it down their throat, and if they finish that drive with a touchdown, like that's all you're asking for,
Right.
right?
Don't care how you get it.
Yeah, I don't care how you get points.
I
Fucking
think the
run it every time then.
Fields throwing 11 times is a legitimate gripe though when he was like traded up like he's a high profile quarterback. Like you got to let the reins loose a little bit.
I know, but I know it's bad visual for a podcast, but I sent you that video of I think it was a 3rd and 9 in the second quarter where he missed Equinemius St. Brown being wide open down the right sideline.
So yeah. Yeah.
So maybe Luke Gutsy's seeing that and he's like, this guy is not on tonight. Like
right.
he's just flustered.
I was gonna get to that next. And that's like you're talking about like my thoughts or how I feel about the game. That kind of shit, like Fields just literally staring at St. Brown wide open on a go route on 3rd and long and choosing to check it down to Montgomery, like that's scary stuff. Like that is not what you want to see out of your quarterback.
No,
Especially
not at all.
a young
And not even to mention that the ball placement on that. If he puts the ball in like a good spot for Montgomery, Montgomery's just one-on-one, like with all his momentum,
Right.
potentially, sheds a tackle and gets a first down. He puts it where Montgomery has to fucking jump, loses all leverage, and it's an easy play for the linebacker. Like little things like that is, I don't know.
Herbert, by the way, 4 attempts, 38 yards, 9.5 average.
Yeah, I mean, he was good. He was really good.
I mean, the run game, the run blocking was phenomenal. Like, couldn't ask for any better. But yeah, I don't want to. I'm not ready to say, like, there's people out there on Twitter saying that Justin Fields isn't a quarterback, a good quarterback. He's not the guy. Like, let's give him these next couple of games and see what he can do against the Texans and the Giants.
I mean, is that who the next two opponents are?
Yeah. Like, if he's not putting up, not like he you're not gonna like this. He hasn't thrown for 200 yards yet on the season. He is less than 200 yards passing.
He didn't throw for 100 yesterday. He threw for 70.
Like, think about that.
That's Aaron Rodgers. That's like a decent first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. 7 for 11 and 70 yards. Like,
right. Like, what did Tua throw for? 600 yards?
I don't know. He had 52 fantasy points though. Thanks for coming. Keep the change.
I don't know if they're seeing that, like, when they're watching film and they're seeing that he just looked away from St. Brown. Like, obviously they got to have a conversation with him about that. So,
got to have a couple conversations with him.
Yeah. I don't know.
Here,
I'm hoping for a turnaround from him in these next couple weeks.
How about this? I looked this up today. So through their first 12 starts, this is comparing Mitch and Justin Fields. Completion percentage, Mitch has a 59.4%, Justin Fields 58.7. Yards per attempt, Mitch 6.6, Justin 7.0. Touchdowns, Mitch 7, Justin 9. Interceptions, Mitch 7, Justin 11. Turnovers, Mitch had 10, Justin has 16, so fumbles more. Passer rating 77.5 for Mitch, 74.7 for Justin, and averages per rush 6.05 for Mitch and 5.43 for Justin. Like, this guy another Mitch Trubisky? Like, what I
think it's too early to tell. I think we have to give him this season. But you're right, that's not a good sign. And I don't know. It's just like he showed flashes in that first game. Like, he made some great throws in that second half. He got out of the pocket. He extended the play. Like, those 2 touchdown throws that he hit in the first week to EQ and Pettis, like, those Fields made those plays happen.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just pointing out numbers here.
Yeah, no, but all I'm saying is, like, they're like, there's good and bad. Like, he does show flashes. We just need to get more consistency.
All right, last Bears thought, because I think we're running long here. What are we at on time?
We're at 33 minutes. 33 minutes.
So that's perfect. Last Bears thought here. Did you see his comments today?
Yeah.
So he said that, or what exactly did he say? I don't have it up in front of me here.
He said Bears fans, something along the lines of Bears fans aren't hurting as bad as me and the guys in the locker room because they don't do anything. Like, they don't put any work in, something like that.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I think it was just bad timing, like a clip taken out of context a little bit. No shade to you for tweeting it out.
I mean, yeah, I don't. Oh, Cubs just gave up a grand slam. I know you hate that. I don't know if that was my brother that tweeted that out. So I don't know what to think of that as well, because I could definitely see both sides of the coin. Like, he's a young quarterback. He's not saying like fans shouldn't be like
upset. He just didn't need. He just didn't need to go there. He didn't need to go.
Exactly. Just shut the fuck up. I know it's easier said than done. I mean, we all want him. Like, we want to hear what these players have to say.
He very easily could have just said, "Yeah, it sucks. We all want to do better than that." Like, I feel like if he doesn't think that we're like heavily invested in this team in this season and like looking for, I guess, like decent performance, like, think about how much money people spend on tickets and shit. Like, that just doesn't feel good hearing that from your franchise QB.
What do you think Kruger's feeling about that sentiment, or about that statement, I should say?
I don't know. We'll have to ask him.
He's probably ready to fucking rip his throat out. They face Lovey Sunday. What are your thoughts? Quick prediction. And this is a nice little segue.
people are gonna act like it's a soft matchup against the Texans, but the Texans have played hard these past 2 weeks. And I
Tied the
can't tell if
Colts.
that's just the Colts sucking and Hackett being a bad coach, but they kept it close. They tied the Colts and they barely lost to the Broncos. So
I mean, would you say that Bears offense is better or worse right now than the Broncos and the Colts?
worse.
There you go. Which leads perfectly into our gambling segment. So I'm gonna go first because my favorite of the week is Bears minus 2.5. I think they're gonna win. I think it's gonna be like I think Fields is gonna throw more. I think he's gonna. I'm not gonna predict his stat line, but I'm gonna say the score is gonna be 24-18, 24-19, some weird shit like that. Texans are gonna get a lot of field goals. And don't break.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
my favorite. That's my favorite.
I like
Maxi
it.
Perry, what do you got?
I do think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna cover. Hoping it's a feel good game for everyone.
I hope I feel good. That's good.
Tom, you go first.
Chiefs minus 6.5. I forgot who they're even playing, but
The Colts.
the Colts. It's easy. That's a lock.
Good pick. I was looking at that one.
Let's just remember from last year, Max came in last and chugged half a gallon of milk or some shit like that, allegedly.
Chugged.
Still waiting to see that one happen.
Acting like I
Chug
did.
that.
Acting like I did do it.
Just helping you out there.
I'm gonna go. Man, this is tough. I think I'm gonna take the Eagles -4 against the Commanders.
Ooh, I like that one. I was looking at that one too. And that's in Washington.
Yeah.
Okay.
Philly, Washington, New York. I mean, those are all home games for them. So
Yeah. My dog, I'm going Falcons +2 over the Seahawks on the road. I don't trust Gino. Falcons play weird games, man. I'm telling you right now, Falcons and the Seahawks play the weirdest fucking games ever. That is going to be a weird game.
I think you're right about that. There's
gonna be a
one's
safety in that game.
Yeah.
Watch, there's gonna be some like a safety or like
that game's
a
gonna be
fake
played
punt.
like in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, there's gonna be a safety, a fake punt, like a running back throwing a touchdown, a receiver throwing a touchdown, a flea flicker. Weird things happen.
Weird things happening. I've got Cardinals +4.
I like a lot of dogs this week.
They're playing the Rams, right? At home.
The Rams, yeah.
It's a good one.
So I like the Lions. I think they're a scrappy team. I'm gonna fade them though. And +6.5 against the Vikings is juicy. I think they could get a backdoor cover there. I'm gonna go Jags +7 though.
Jags +7.
Thought about that one myself. I like that.
They've looked tough these first 2 weeks, and who knows if Herbert's playing.
Yeah, that is shit. I'm assuming he's playing just with that line because if not, there's no way the Chargers are 7.
I think you just hit it regardless. Like I think the Jags can even keep it within a touchdown if Herbert plays.
Yeah, I mean the way he was running around on Thursday night, I don't know how healthy he's going to be. All right, my total, my over is Eagles Commanders over 51. I mean that's also a weird game. Carson Wentz is. I think he's so fun to watch because he's just a shit show.
Yeah.
Second in the league in passing yards.
He's a points factory in the sense that he slings it around, or
he's a slinger for sure,
or he's turning it over, which is still good for points.
They got some weapons on that offense too.
Yeah, they do. Curtis Samuel,
Jahan Dotson.
Wait, is it Terry McLaurin?
Yeah, McLaurin.
And
Gibson in the backfield.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about Logan Thomas too.
Yep.
He's low-key kind of good.
And they're just like their defense is terrible, so he's just gonna be throwing like that all season.
I know. It's they're on like Overwatch for every week.
Yeah, for sure.
This is gonna get bad for me. I know they're gonna the under's gonna hit like 6 times in a row, and I'm just gonna be hammering it.
I mean, they had 0 points at halftime last week. I think the over, like they blew out the over, right?
Yeah, they scored 27 in the second half.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And it would have been 28. They missed an extra point.
Right.
It's just good family fun.
To tie or me?
Tie.
What'd you do just now? Over.
Ravens
Pats over 42.5. Lamar Jackson, contract year, bud. He wants it.
People forget that.
People forget.
People forget it.
This Packers Bucks total at 41 is fishy as fuck. Like that.
Yeah,
You
right.
want to hammer the over there. But I'm gonna stay away from it once again. watch these two that I called out as fades. These will both hit. But I'm gonna say Broncos Niners under 46.
We're on the over.
Oh, we're doing over.
Hey, no, we're
Okay.
good. I'll put that down for you. That's your under.
Yeah, give me that under.
That's actually what I had for my under as well. So
And swing it back to me.
I have Broncos Niners under 46 as well. I don't think. I mean, this is a fishy one as well. I don't know. This should be like 41.
Right, I agree. The Broncos have shown no sign of life on offense. The Niners with Jimmy G starting, and both defenses are pretty good. I don't get it.
Yeah, this should be like a 43, like a 23-20 type of game.
Yep.
All right, Ty, what's your favorite dog? Or
Under.
Under, pardon me.
Bears Texans under 40.5. Too easy.
I don't know if you heard my prediction earlier. It was 24-19, which would get the over. So you're an idiot.
You're an idiot. Plain and simple.
You lost that one. Ty started the season 0-1. It's embarrassing.
All right, so I need an over, correct?
You need an over.
All right,
hit badly.
I'm gonna go Bengals Jets over 45.
Hey, Joe Flacco, man.
That one, I literally have no idea what would happen.
Don't sleep.
Or what's happening in that.
You're right. The reason I'm unsure about it is the Bengals play so fucking slow. Like I think they have like the least amount of plays in the league. But
do you know who also is? I mean, they're overhit miraculously yesterday, but who plays so fucking slow is the Raiders. They have a 10-minute drive yesterday. They're just dinking and dunking and running the ball. It's like,
yep.
Let's go, boys. Sling this fucking puppy around.
What's actually crazy about that Ravens-Dolphins game is I think the Ravens had like a 10-minute drive too.
Did they?
Like, yeah, they had like a 10-minute drive where they just milked the shit out of the clock. And somehow, like, in basically 3/4 of football, both teams still put up all those points.
Yeah. My God. I can't stand watching the Raiders.
Just to give you my last one that I would have taken, just remember this, is Lions-Vikings over 52.5.
I saw that one as well. But I think that goes through too many numbers.
Yeah.
Like too many, like 20, 27, 24. Like that's 51. I guess if you get 28, 20, or
it would have to be like one team would have to be playing in the 30s for that.
Yeah. And you need like a 30 to 27, 30, 24 type game.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I don't have enough tape on the Lions or enough tape on the Vikings to make that call.
You have any tape?
If we recorded the podcast 2 hours later, that might have been my pick. They score one touchdown. I don't care when it is. I'm picking that.
And then I'll text you over with the eyes emoji.
Oh, I would literally fucking sprint down 55 and stab you in the neck. Are we doing starting five today? You want to do one?
Sure. Yeah, I don't think we had a topic in mind, did we?
Kyle did.
So this is Max is gonna hate it. How much do you think Max is gonna hate this one?
Scale of 1 to 10 is gonna be 8.7.
So the topic here is runs.
Runs?
Types of runs. Your favorite runs.
Wow.
And there's anything.
All right. No, I like that. I like these where you can think outside the box a little bit.
A couple of double entendres, or I don't know if that's even the right phrase, but just runs.
Okay.
So you go with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Ty, you want to go first?
Sure, dude. I'm gonna start it off classy from the frozen section. Home run in pizza.
It's a good run.
Best hot take, best sauce on any pizza. I love a good home run in.
They got recalled, I think, not that long ago, so just be careful.
It's fine. My first one is gonna be a run stuffing defender, like Akeem Hicks.
Nice. Okay, that's good. Yeah, plugging up the holes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start with coffee run. Just going on a coffee run.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
I'll do walk off home run.
That was my next one. Well, that you know what I'm gonna do since Max said coffee run, I'm gonna say the coffee runs.
The coffee runs.
No, I thought about that too, but that would have been a later pick. That pick is way too shitty for the first round.
So I'm in the second. So
Nice, dude.
it's a good one.
Let me know if this plays. I'm gonna go suicide squeeze run.
That plays. Anything plays here.
By the way, my take, get back to the small ball a bit in the baseball field. I fucking love small ball. Wins ball games.
These guys are
Teams
throwing
don't
too
do it.
hard. It's kind of hard to bunt.
Boring as shit.
Boring as shit, dude. I'm just gonna go running back in general. Great position. Probably my favorite on the football field.
A lot of good running backs in NFL history. I like that one.
That's a good one. Ooh, God, I looked up word or phrases with the word run in it, and now I think this made it worse because now I'm really clogged up here. There's so many options.
Clogged up, but tomorrow you'll have the runs, dude.
The best thing about this is I had this sprung upon me like on the minute of the starting five, and I feel like I've come up with some good ones.
This is a good one.
That's fair.
I'm excited I'm excited for my next two.
Ty, what was your last one?
Running backs.
Running backs. All right. I'm gonna say Run DMC.
You bitch. Wow. I was pumped for that.
Damn.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
That's fucking good.
That was great.
You're welcome.
Fuck.
This is tough now. Getting down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna go when you leave your wedge on the last hole and you have to run back to get it.
That type of run.
Running back to get your wedge.
That's classic.
That sounds oddly specific, but okay.
It's like a nice brisk jog.
Nice jog.
Man. I'm gonna go running for a cause, like races, marathons.
Wow, I was literally about to say. I think we can all say that running a marathon is a no go.
Max's
But it has to be
family
for
seems
a
like the type
cause,
to
like-
run one on Thanksgiving or something.
Max is a turkey trot type guy.
Definitely. Quick 5K before dinner, sure.
Well, yeah, keep it moving.
Prefer to play morning football, but sure.
Okay. My next one is going to be a run and gun offense.
Nice. Can't believe you stole my Run DMC pick, you dick.
Run, football or basketball. Actually any sport. Run and gun offense.
Cool. I'm gonna go run way. Shout out airports.
Okay.
And then my last pick, the run to the bathroom when you have the runs, double runs. It's more, again, like Max said about going back for your wedge. It's more of a brisk jog / fast walk.
Okay. I'll give it to you.
Kyle steals mine again. I'm walking off the set.
I doubt this is a very specific one again. But I'm just gonna say the phrase in play, run with the comma and the S. In play, run or runs. Like if you're betting on a game and you're only able to like game cast it on ESPN and it's like tells you what happens and it says in play runs, it's like fuck yes.
You are such a degenerate gambler. Like there's
You
gonna
know
be a lot
exactly
of people
what I'm
that don't
talking
even
about.
that don't even get what you're talking about.
In play run and then it has the S next to it. You know what I'm talking about, Ty? With the
Yeah, I got
parenthesis.
you. Yep.
All right, to close it out, I'm going Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen.
That's a good one. Born to run.
Baby, we were born to run.
That is a good one. Now, did you look
Born to run.
Now, were you looking stuff up, or was all of that off the top of your head?
No, that was all off the top of my head.
Really?
Yep.
Impressive.
I thought Ty for sure was going to say like a milk run,
Milk runs.
something like that.
I don't even drink milk, dude. Neither
If
does
anything,
Max,
that'd be me
apparently.
probably.
Yeah.
I guess that is true.
I stand by my coffee run pick. I love it.
What about like running the gauntlet?
Yeah.
What about just a nice brisk jog? That type of run.
So boring.
Fullback dive. That's a type of run.
Hey, the halfback toss. My favorite kind of run.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
you want to go that.
we're probably leaving something out.
A halfback sweep. I like that. Run counter. A trial run. Those are always fun.
Yep.
Now I'm just literally looking off this list I found here.
What has the word run in it?
I'll join you now.
Had a run for money, run rings around, run a tight ship.
Running
Nothing
for
better
office?
than how about running around in circles?
Yeah, if you're like 2.
How about running around naked?
How about the long run? Like in the long run.
I'm
The
a
longest
now
run.
kind of guy. I'm a live in the present, dude.
How about like a dry run?
A dry rub. People were naming
We're going in dry.
coming out running.
We're making a run for it.
Whoa. There's a couple of these in here that are definitely not safe for work. Oh, wow.
We're running a tight ship over here.
Yeah, we are. I don't have anything else. I don't see anything that's
Yeah, we're running out of gas.
Guess we got to run.
Runs in the family.